Hi, Timothy Carlson here. Rob Reiner certainly has one of the most diverse and interesting of all filmographies, going way back to This Is Spinal Tap back in 1984, and the guy's gone on over the years in multiple genres, creating some excellent films, some serious, some not so serious, but nearly all of them are very good. In 1989, he released the film When Harry Met Sally, and this has gotten a special edition release on Blu-ray, courtesy of Shout Factory. When Harry Met Sally stars Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan as the two title characters who first meet in the late 70s when they're sharing a ride together during their college days. Over the many years passing, the two cross paths multiple times, finding each other obnoxious yet somehow charming at the same time, and for whatever reason, their paths keep crossing. The film also co-stars Carrie Fisher and Bruno Kirby as two friends of the title pair who eventually become a couple unto themselves. I'll be the first to admit that rom-coms aren't exactly my preferred genre of film, but there are certainly some good ones out there, and When Harry Met Sally is certainly one of the high water marks of the genre. Rob Reiner certainly knows what he's doing when it comes to these movies, and he's always an ace when it comes to putting together good dialogue and scenes, and perhaps nowhere is that better demonstrated than the scenes in When Harry Met Sally between Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. Watching these two trade quips with one another, yet secretly wanting them to end up together despite their whole just friends arrangement. It really has to be seen on the screen to be believed. And the movie never really falls into any of the traditional rom-com cliches, and Reiner even finds some other ways to keep it interesting, including featuring interviews with some older couples explaining how long they've been together and how they got together. This has often been described as being something of a sitcom version of a Woody Allen film, and describing this as Rob Reiner's attempt at making a Woody Allen film actually isn't that wrong of a description, and even though I can't quite say that's 100% accurate, it does give a pretty good idea of what to expect here. I didn't see this movie for the first time until Shout Factory put out this special edition Blu-ray, but I have to say, even if I'm not the biggest rom-com fan, this one certainly won me over. There's some great performances, snappy dialogue you can't help but fall in love with, and charming characters. This one's a classic for the ages, and it's the movie that every rom-com since has tried to be, often imitated but never duplicated. Interesting bit of trivia, the cinematographer on this film was Barry Sonnenfeld. Sonnenfeld started his career as a cinematographer, but he later went on to become a successful director, perhaps most notably directing the 1990s Addams Family movies, as well as the Men in Black movies. There have been several home video releases of When Harry Met Sally. I don't own any of those, so unfortunately I can't make any sort of comparison, but I'm happy to say this Blu-ray disc looks absolutely fantastic. The colors are bright and bold when they need to be, but you have all the natural film grain intact and no unwanted noise reduction. I don't know if this was a new master that was made just for the Shout Factory release, or if this was an existing master that was cleaned up or simply utilized for this release, but whatever it is, I'm happy with what I see here. For example, there's a scene in the movie that takes place in a sports arena, and you see the place just packed with people, and the colors of all their assorted clothing just absolutely pop off the screen. I mean, again, no unwanted noise reduction or digital tinkering. It looks natural, it looks colorful, it looks well detailed. This is a very good looking release, and if Shout Factory ever does decide to release this one on 4K, even if they use this same master as a template, I know it'll look absolutely fantastic. In the meantime, this is a top-notch presentation and certainly the best way to watch When Harry Met Sally. As far as bonus features go, we do get one pretty good new bonus feature, which is a reunion between Rob Reiner and Billy Crystal. And just hearing the conversation that these two have, looking back on their time making the movie and its eventual impact, is definitely worth the price of admission. There's also a lot of older bonus features from earlier DVD and Blu-ray releases of the film as well, so pretty nice stacked package here. When Harry Met Sally is certainly one of the best rom-coms ever made. Even if you're not a rom-com fan, I would certainly recommend giving this one a go because it's actually pretty damn entertaining for what it is. I found myself won over by this one a lot more than I thought I would, and I'll certainly be revisiting this one a lot in the future. Absolute highest recommendations for this release on Blu-ray from Shout Factory. How about you? What do you think of When Harry Met Sally? Do you think it's one of Rob Reiner's best films? Do you think it's one of the best rom-coms ever made? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Timothy Carlson. I'll see you next time.